Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So what is happening? The delivery numbers are out. And some people are seeing doom and gloom. I am seeing a silver lining. I am seeing a bright and beautiful future this year where we're going to destroy the competition completely. Well, why is that? Let's start with this. Before we go any further, as usual, guys, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. It'll help bring not just awareness to the channel, but NEO as a whole. And as usual, I'll put the link for that Facebook group Zahir and I started on Facebook, that NEO Bull group. So let's start with Xpeng. Xpeng delivered 30,350 cars in January, overtaking Li Auto for the first time in 2 years, with a 267.88% increase. Why is that a good thing? Because, well, first of all, we all know Xpeng is in a lower price bracket. All of their cars are basically sub-brands, what we would consider sub-brands. And it's a good thing because it shows that Li Auto sales are declining because they are not pure EV, and it shows where the sentiment is heading in China. People are going for pure EVs more than ever. So that's a good signal. Li Auto delivers 29,929 in January, down 3.97% from the same month last year. What about NEO? Well, NEO deliveries were 13,863 in January, up 38% year on year. So as Li Auto declines, we are up year over year yet again. The main brand only delivered 7,951, but that's to be expected because I said this in a couple of videos back where every year we go through this. In the beginning of the year, we start off slow because people are waiting for the new models. And a lot of people are saying, well, Mitch, why is it taking so long? Well, I pointed out just recently, Xpeng, Li Auto, Xiaomi, Tesla, they all having huge recalls. When's the last time you heard NEO had a huge recall, guys? Exactly. So, but not only that, our new platform vehicles are coming out, but it's a huge overhaul. Unlike with the Tesla Model Y, which just did a body makeover, which was really kind of like the Toyota Prius. That's what it reminds me of, the back of it. NEO is doing an entire rehaul of the inside of our EVs. And it is going to come with a lot of our in-house developed technology, like the chips, probably even Skyos, etc., etc. So people still aren't understanding what's coming. Our margins are going to increase yet again. Of course, we did the convertible note buybacks, showing how our books are improving and how much revenue are coming in. But the market didn't react to that because you have to understand the American stock market is heavily manipulated now. It's really sad, but at the same time, it shows the future of where the stock market is going. People are going to start buying stocks more and more over in China, where there is no manipulation whatsoever in their stock market compared to what's happening in the American stock market. You're going to see a lot of that coming, where countries all over the world, especially BRICS nations, are going to be buying stocks over in China instead of America. That's my prediction. Let's see if Money Making Mitch is right yet again. And we saw Trump put out tariffs yesterday, 10% against China, but 25% against his own allies, the G7. Yes. So exactly what I said is happening, and exactly what I said is going to happen is going to happen. You're going to see Canada, Mexico, and a lot of the G7 countries that are being attacked now by Trump going to head towards China. It's happening, guys, just right before our eyes, just like I called it. But what is NEO doing to help, just like last year, push out the older models, making way for the new inventory. Well, they just announced it yesterday. In what may be a response to the seasonal weakness at the beginning of the year, NIO announced earlier today that customers who pay a deposit on a NIO branded model between February 1st to the 28th can take advantage of a 5-year zero interest financing program. So the NIO brand has joined Tesla in doing this. But of course, we don't keep doing this. When we do it every year, we do it in the beginning of the year. And in January, NIO offered a 3-year zero interest financing program for customers buying a NIO branded or sub-brand Envo models. And we always do this in the beginning of the year to push out the older models. Unlike Tesla, they keep doing it, and every time it expires, they keep doing it again and again. And this is why their margins were horrible, and they've been losing money for the last 3 years. Their sales have been, their margin, has been declining for the last 3 years. Unlike with NIO, our margins keep improving. That's the difference, guys. Our margins, our delivery numbers keep improving. But why is that? Because we don't lower the price of our EVs, unlike Tesla and XPeng and the rest of them. And there's a reason for that, because we can do zero financing, we can give some free swapping, we can give some free Navigate on Pilot Plus. They can't do that. All they have, we can give free charging for a certain period of time, but they can't do that because we have the battery swapping, we have the infrastructure. But also, our delivery numbers are up year over year, as you've seen. But is that all that we depend on for revenue? No, it's not. So as we see, our swapping numbers, over 100,000 on 5 consecutive days for the New Year holidays. What do you guys think that will translate into for our next earnings report? As we see, NIO put out, every time we put out cars, that means, or EVs, I should say, sorry, not cars, computer on wheels. It means that our swapping numbers will continue to grow. It means revenue will continue to grow. It means our charging stations will continue to see more revenue. But the more cars, the more EVs that XPeng and the rest of them put out, even Tesla and all of them will be using our charging stations as well. So we're going to see increased revenue no matter what. And now that Elon is hinting towards grid stabilization, etc., etc., it seems like he's getting ready to also come on board to save himself. Because, and I've said this for the last year or so, if he does not come on board, he will go bankrupt. And we see it happening with their margins decreasing year over year, because he lowered prices so much to try to kill the competition, he's killing himself. So exactly what I've said is happening yet again. It is very exciting now to see going forward as the other EV makers like Chery, Chang'an, Geely, SAIC, Dongqi, all of them adapt our battery swapping. Well, they already did, and they're going to start making battery swap models this year. What will happen to our margins yet again? What will happen to our margins as Envo continue to ramp up? What will happen to our margins as the Firefly is released and the ET9? What will happen to our margins as our factories finish building in North Africa and Egypt this year? What will happen to our margins when our factories finish building this year in China, our other EV factory? What will happen to our margins going forward as our big 7-seater and 5-seater is released this year? It is getting very interesting. So I look forward as the manipulation, the illegal manipulation and shorting continues. I will continue to buy shares of NIO. So I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational year over year. If so, guys, do not forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. I'm doing this video at 4:20 a.m. in the morning. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.